They are the largest, most heavily armed, and the most dangerous in existence. They battle for dominance through battlefields on various terrains. Their designs surpass modern technological advancements, constantly setting new standards. Breakthroughs of engineering, their configurations vary in size, shape, speed, and durability. On land and in the air, all of them are war robots. In this edition of Hangar Spotlight, we will take an in-depth look at the Ao Guang. The Ao Guang gets its name from the Chinese azure dragon or blue-green dragon, also known as the dragon god of the east and of the essence of spring. He is regarded as the dispenser of rain, hence the robot's built-in ability that swiftly and furiously rains down a storm of homing missiles while in flight. The Ao Guang is one of 5 flying robots, to include the Titan Ao Ming, that are closely aligned with the Spacetech Corporation. The Ao Guang was introduced January 29, 2019, and became available for production shortly thereafter. Once the commander has reached an experience level of 14, he or she can acquire the Ao Guang. The commander can then build the Ao Guang in the workshop with components, or purchase it in the amount of 7,500 gold. First, let's take a look at the Ao Guang's specifications. Once acquired, the Ao Guang at level 1 has a durability level of 63,200 health or HP, and its speed is 33 km per hour. It has 1 active module slot and 2 passive module slots, and will be armed with 3 Talumbas for its weaponry. There are 2 paint schemes or skins for the Ao Guang. The standard paint scheme that comes on the robot when acquired, and the legendary Robobot paint scheme, which when equipped adds an additional 5% durability. The Ao Guang has 3 medium hardpoints or weapon slots, which currently can be outfitted with 19 different medium class weapons. It is most commonly equipped with mid-range energy weapons like the Scourge and Pulsar, most likely due to its low durability. Here we can see the Ao Guang outfitted with 3 Scourge energy weapons with a range of 600 meters. Next, we see it equipped with 3 Pulsar energy weapons, also with a range of 600 meters. Another notable mid-range weapon used on the Ao Guang is the Hydra rocket launcher. However, there are other mid-range weapons that could be suitable for the Ao Guang, like the Hussar, Ion, Taran, Orkan, and Vortex. These weapons are dependent on the commander's skills at fighting, flying, and landing. The Ao Guang can be piloted by a standard pilot that can train up to 7 skills. Once trained, these skills will provide the Ao Guang with additional attack, defense, or speed bonuses. Or, it can be piloted by the legendary pilot King Strong. Strong is an expert at piloting the Ao Guang, and somehow has engineered a way to increase the Ao Guang's built-in homing missile system, giving it the ability to inflict 15% more damage. This is famously known as King's Wrath. This, of course, is in addition to 6 other skills available to all pilots. The Ao Guang's built-in ability is Dragon Fangs. Once Dragon Fangs has been activated, the robot ascends into the air for a duration of 12 seconds. During this 12 seconds of flight, the Ao Guang has an additional 80% resistance to damage from all weapon types. In addition to its increase in damage resistance, the Ao Guang's speed is increased to 63 km per hour. This greatly increases the Ao Guang's attacking capabilities. When the Ao Guang is in flight and an enemy within 500 meters has been targeted, the Ao Guang's built-in homing missile system will automatically attack the target, similar to that of the Hydra. This built-in rocket launcher has a fast rate of fire, firing up to 28 missiles, 2 at a time, in an 8-second window. In order for the missile launcher to be fired, the pilot must have the crosshairs aimed at the target. It is not necessary to be locked on to the target. The Ao Guang requires 20 seconds to cool down before it is able to reinitiate its Dragon Fangs ability and take flight again. It is important to point out that the Ao Guang only hovers in place and cannot increase or decrease its altitude. Although it is possible to obtain a higher altitude if the flight ability is activated from a location above ground level, and the pilot must maneuver the robot offensively or defensively once it has reached maximum altitude. Otherwise, it will hover in place. While in flight, it is possible to manually shorten the duration and land prematurely. In the event the Ao Guang is outmatched by an opponent or multiple opponents and taking too much damage, the flight duration can be manually shortened and the Ao Guang can land prematurely, thereby canceling the homing missile and damage resistance. Now we'll take a look at strategies for the Ao Guang. At a mere 120,000 HP at Mark 1 level 12, the Ao Guang's durability is counterbalanced by its increased damage resistance, while its Dragon Fangs ability is activated. Also, while its ability is active, it is further compensated by giving it extra firepower by means of the built-in homing missile system, as well as increased speed during its flight. These three things, combined with the triple medium hardpoints, enhance the Ao Guang's capability and make it more suitable for ambushing in the close-in fight. It is possible to alter how high the Ao Guang ascends by taking flight under a bridge, ledge, or any object that will restrict the robot's ascent. This is a great strategy for avoiding enemy fires, especially from long-range weapons. As a brawler, the Ao Guang's capabilities are limited though, while the damage resistance, triple medium hardpoints, built-in homing missile system, and enhanced speed makes it deadlier as a brawler. Much consideration must be given to several factors. flight time, available cover to land behind or near, location of all enemy, opposing forces like Titans. Titan weapons have defense mitigation, which can inflict remarkable damage to the Ao Guang while it is in flight. Once the Ao Guang lands, it will be immensely vulnerable to enemy fire without its additional 80% damage resistance. So, if it's to be played as a brawler, that should be taken into account. A more favorable role for the Ao Guang is the mid-range support bot, providing support fires for the brawler as it engages with enemy. In this role, the Ao Guang stays in a protected position or at a safer distance and supports a particular friendly as he engages an enemy, helping to deplete the enemy's health or in destroying it. Another more favorable role is protecting a beacon. Again, in this role, the Ao Guang stays in a protected position and activates its Dragon Fang's ability. Taking flight and attacking the enemy as the enemy maneuvers for the beacon.
Double kill.
As well as, it can continue to engage by corner shooting once back on the ground. Ideally, when corner shooting, you use the right side, as the top hardpoint or weapon is offset to the right, putting it closer to the right side weapon. This enables a pilot to fire two medium weapons around the corner with a minimal exposure of the Ao Guang. Obviously, this situation is more ideal than only firing one left side weapon at the target, but it requires the ideal situation of having that corner on the right side to fire around. In conclusion, we can see that although the Ao Guang has a considerably low durability at Mark 1 level 12 with only 120,000 HP and a top speed of 45 km per hour on the ground, its Dragon Fang's ability, 3 medium weapon hardpoints, and built-in homing missile system makes it a more formidable robot to contend with. It is probably best suited for a mid-range battling role, whether supporting frontline brawlers or conducting its own ambush-style attacks. It is perhaps best outfitted with Scourges, Pulsars, Hydras, or any other 500 meter to 600 meter range weapon system. Having the 3 medium weapons and built-in missiles, along with the legendary pilot King Strong, should give the Ao Guang the firepower it needs to incapacitate, if not completely destroy, any small to medium robots, not to mention being a worthy adversary for larger, more powerful robots.